Okay, so dropping your body fat percentage feels impossible at the moment. There's likely 2 areas of your life that are significantly holding you back. And it's not your diet, it's not exercise, it's nothing to do with the gym, something a lot simpler, okay? You see, your lack of success, it predominantly stems from your mentality, okay? Because before we start thinking about losing weight, where do we really need to start? Before we start imposing the calorie deficit, before we start planning workout routines, where does everything begin? It always stems from the mind. I'm going to take a bet right now and say that you don't actually believe that you can lose the weight. I don't think you really believe in yourself, because if you did, I don't think you'd be here watching this video. And why I say that is because your lack of success in any area of your life, whether it be business, whether it be relationships, finances, fitness, comes from a lack of competence. The problem is you're trying to become person B, who's here. They've already got the 6-pack, they've got the abs, they've dropped the love handles and the man boobs, but you're trying to get there with the mentality of person A. Person A still being the person that you are now, the person who still wants to go and cheat and on a ridiculous amount of food, who still wants to hang around friends that reinforce bad habits. Okay, you have the mindset of somebody who wants to have their cake and eat it too, and that can't happen on your journey of becoming person B, because these two people are very, very different. They think differently about food, they act differently about food, and the way that these two people, A and B, live their lives are completely different. It's like comparing apples to oranges. You can't mix these two. If you have the mentality of person A, which is who you are now, and try to bring all of that baggage over to person B, who has the 6-pack, who's in shape, who has everything that you want and desire, think about it logically. You're coming over with all of this shit, and you're just going to pollute everything that you have here, and slowly, even though you have the external, okay, you have the body, you're going to pollute the internal. And this person that's here at B, you're with your old mentality and all the baggage that you're carrying over, you're slowly going to bring that person back. And before you know it, now, because the mental was fucked in the first place, now the physical was fucked. And now you're back at person A. And now there is no person B. So we always need to start with the mind. Now, I know starting off with mindset is very airy-fairy and the mindset and the bulletproof mentality. And I have to admit, yeah, is it a little bit cringe? Is it a little bit annoying? Yes, but we need to get this part right. So I'm going to give you some actionable steps that you can take away from this video right now to become person B. Every decision, okay, everything that you do in your life, no matter how big it is, no matter how small it is, okay, you need to think to yourself, what would person B do? Picture yourself, okay, the person who's maybe on the balcony of a nice apartment in Miami, overlooking the city with their shirt off, okay, the sun is beaming down on your abs, you see all the veins in your muscles. Think like that person, okay? And if that person were to go through your day-to-day life, how would they act and what would they do? Would they snooze the alarm, for example? Would they say screw it and order a cheat when they haven't done their meal prep for the week? Would they go to bed on time? Would they fully commit to all of the habits that are going to get you to where you want to be? The answer is yes. So in your life, while you are still person A, while you're transitioning on your way to becoming person B, you need to start thinking like person B. Because no matter how much external work, no matter how much calorie deficit, no matter how much weight training that you do, if in here you're still person A, I can tell you right now from personal experience, okay, and from looking at other people and people that I know personally, it never lasts. It lasts about maybe a week or two. That's the max I've seen it last. And people revert back to how they were before. Now, in my school community, we have a dedicated module and there's tons of lessons on how you can actually begin to fix your mindset. So if you're somebody who is currently struggling and you're person A right now and you desperately need to become person B, ASAP, click the link in the pinned comment and I'll be happy to help you out. There's tons in there that you can get your teeth stuck into, and it's at a really cheap price right now. Currently it's sitting at $27, okay? That's the early bird price. Cheap as it's going to be. Get it while it's cheap, okay? Because I can't guarantee that price forever. I'll be happy to help you. I think you'd make a great fit. So if you do need help with stuff like that, then you know where you can get it. So the second area of your life that's severely lacking and what's holding you back from dropping the body fat and living in the body that you're proud of and the body that you want to, walk around in, the body that you want to show off, is going to be your environment. And this can be broken down into 2 categories. I'll start off with the first one, and that is your immediate environment. So I mean like all of that, all of your living space. Have you set up your environment properly to lose body fat? Because if it isn't, again, it's kind of like the mentality thing, right? You need to set up your environment in a way that person B would set up their environment. So what do I mean by this? Would person B have tons of their favorite trigger foods lying around and just rely on willpower? Likely not, because willpower is like money. It's a limited resource and it doesn't last forever. And once it's gone, and there's no real getting it back, okay? What I'm saying you need to do here is clean up your environment. Okay, make things easy for yourself, which is a concept that I preach in the school community, and I will make every single process of your weight loss easy for you. Okay, but I'm giving you a step that you can do here, something out of the mentorship, something that I teach. This is what I'm asking you to do, so you can leave this video and you can do it. Write down a list of all of your favorite trigger foods, all the trigger foods that you have in the house, and get rid of them. Or hide them if you're tight for cash and you don't want to throw it away, you don't want to waste food. I understand that. I fucking hate wasting food too, but make sure it's out of sight. Okay, delete the DoorDash off your phone, the delivery apps off your phone. If you're a person who has a lot of like mukbang food reviewing content, get that off your phone because it doesn't serve you any purpose. Even if you have all of the trigger foods out of the house, you've gotten them out of the house, right? But you still have that stuff on your phone, what happens? I'll tell you what happens. You start getting hungry. You start salivating at the mouth. You start thinking about that food, fantasizing about it. You go and make a low-calorie version, but the low-calorie version of that In-N-Out animal fries and smash burger, it doesn't really cut it unless it's the real thing. So then what do? You go out and you get the real thing and you've completely pissed away a week's progress. Happens more often than you think. Happens a lot more often than a lot of people would want to admit. You need to make your life easy because this is going to make your fat loss 10 times easier. You've got to set yourself up for success. Okay, because nobody's going to come in and do it for you. If something is easy, you're more likely to do it. Why? Because it's easy. It doesn't require a lot of activation energy for you to do it. So think about in your environment, is there anything that could be hindering my goals and hindering my progress? Am I following too many food reviewers on my phone? Do I have too much of it on my feed? Do I have too many delivery apps? Can I delete them? If I have food and I can afford to throw the junk away, stuff that I know I'm just not going to contain myself around, if you can afford to do that, then just bin it. If you can't, hide it away. Give it to somebody else. These measures may seem extreme, but these are the measures that get people results. You'll never see somebody who's person B, who has all of that baggage and has their environment and their mind like complete shit. You don't see it. Why? Because the two and two don't go together. It's apples and oranges. They don't mix. So once you've cleaned up your mind, once you've cleaned up your environment, this brings you on to the second category of environment, and that is your friends. Now, I know there's going to be tons of people clicking off the video saying, oh, well, but, I like my friends, blah, 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 blah. I get it. But here's the sign of a good quality friend. If they don't support you on your venture and your journey of becoming the best version of yourself, they are not a true friend, and they need to get lost, quite frankly. If they encourage you to go off plan, if they encourage you to indulge in bad habits, then they gotta go. And I don't really know why you're panicking, because there are so many wonderful, great people in the world, people that will be inside of the mentorship on the same journey as you, inside of the school community, who understand the mission, who understand the vision, okay, and are going to help you along your journey as well. Those are the people that you need in your life, not the people who are saying, oh, no, just come out this weekend. Oh, come on, and go off the deficit for just this one day. What kind of friend is that? And that brings you on to the second issue. Well, what if you have family and parents, or even very close friends, who they get offended when you offer them food? It's very, very simple. You say, hey, listen, follow, this is the script, word for word, okay? Copy it verbatim, okay? Hey, that really ain't gonna be an option for me right now. I'm just, I'm doing this diet and I can't really afford to go off track. I'm going really, really good right now. All my trend lines are going down. I just don't really want to mess it up. A good friend, people that are inside of the school, they will understand. Good friends will understand. But if you have somebody who goes, oh, but like, what do you mean? Like, I don't understand. What do you mean you don't understand? What part of that do you not like? You mentally deficient or something? How can you not understand that sentence? Hey, sorry, I can't do X right now because of Y. Any good person, any good friend, any supportive friend or family member is going to understand. Trust me on that. You're going to upset some people. Are you going to see less of the people that you once saw? Absolutely. But if that causes you any anxiety at all, I want you to sit down and look at that person and ask yourself, do they have a life that I admire or a life that I want? Are they in a position that I would want to be in? If not, then on to the next one, my friend. There's plenty of people out there, okay? So part of cleaning up your environment isn't just your house and the stuff in your house and the stuff on your phone. And that includes the people around you. You need people that are going to help you grow. Sign of good friendship, okay? And you may not have many friends after doing this, because not a lot of people do it. But a sign of a good friendship and healthy friendship is when both people are growing together. Not only growing together, but when they're helping each other grow as well. You can find that inside of the school, okay? Like I said, it's in its early stages, but once we start getting more people in, we're all going to be thriving, we're going to be winning together, and everybody's going to be on the same shit, and there's going to be a mutual understanding, okay? You want to be a part of that early? Hit the link in the pinned comment. If you have people in your life that are holding you back, let them go. Once you fixed your mind, once you fixed your environment, and that's both components, you can't cheap out on one and not do the other, okay? Then you're going to be, I'd say 80% there when it comes to removing or lowering your body fat, okay? They're already ahead of 90% of people, because everybody jumps to the deficit, everybody jumps to the workout plan before they take a look, before they open up their brain, open it up and take a look in and see what's going on inside. A lot of people don't do that, which is why a lot of people fail. You're not going to fail. Again, if you would like me to go into your journey, hold your hand for you, tell you exactly what to do and when to do it and what to do when X and Y happens, I can do that for you. Just got to hit the link in the pinned comment. If you join now, you get 27% off on top of 3 free bonus modules. Okay, that's only if you get it now. You get your new body and female attention, developing and enhancing your social skills as an introvert, and last but not least, arguably my favorite, how you can start making money online. Very, very juicy stuff. Hope to see you inside of the school.